Hi, I'm Jamie, and these are 5 tips for getting started on your macro journey. Tip number 1 is build a balanced meal. If there's one thing we want you to learn this session, it's how to balance your food. A balanced meal consists of protein, carb, fat, optional veggie or fruit. We have cheat sheets that show a list of carbs, a list of protein, a list of fat, and you can just choose an item off of each list. An example of this would be chicken breast plus rice plus egg plus cauliflower rice. You have your protein, you have your carb, you have your fat, you have your veggie. This keeps it really simple. It makes it really easy for you to log each item and to get as much carb as you need, as much fat as you need, and as much protein as you need. Tip number 2 is to use the Stay Fit Mom recipes. We have a ton of macro-friendly recipes on our website. We also have a unit in our Stay Fit Mom Ninjas group that has exclusive recipes that you have access to. All of the recipes are delicious, they're family friendly, and they are already calculated and they're already in MyFitnessPal. So it takes out a lot of the work. Calculating your own recipes into macros just is more work. It's not hard, but you're already learning a lot of other things right now. So I highly recommend taking advantage of the Stay Fit Mom recipes right now to take one more thing you have to think about out of the equation. Tip number 3 is to have in your house some snack items or food items that consists of only one macro. For protein, an example of this would be protein powder or collagen powder or deli turkey or chicken breast. These are all almost exclusively protein. For carbs, this would be grapes. It's a great one to have on hand. Orange juice, applesauce, raisins, gummy bears, anything that's all carbs. Fats, pecans, or other nuts like macadamia nuts are excellent for this. They're almost exclusively fats. So if at the end of the day you realize I have 10 more grams of fat that I need to finish off, you can measure out a few pecans. It doesn't take much pecans to get to the 10 grams of fat, and that will get you in range. Don't go to bed if you are under on your fats. Finish off your fats. And it's no fun to drink a shot of olive oil, so get yourself some pecans. So sometimes at the end of the night, you'll just need to finish off one macro. You'll just have a few fat grams you need in order to finish off your fats, or a few carb grams you need in order to finish off your carbs. And having these items in your house makes it so easy to just weigh out exactly what you need in order to get in range for your macros. Tip number 4, protein smoothie for the win. When I started macros, I had a protein smoothie every single night to finish off my macros because I was horrible about planning. And so I would wind up at the end of the night with a whole bunch of protein to finish off, a whole bunch of carbs to finish off, and a whole bunch of fats to still finish off. So for me, it worked to drink it from a smoothie. So I would always do chocolate protein powder and do 1 to 2 scoops, or measure out however many grams I needed to finish off however many protein grams I had left. And then I would do frozen banana or just regular banana if I didn't have any frozen. And banana is all carb. So I would just, if I had 30 grams of carbs, I would measure out how much banana do I need to finish off 30 grams of carb. Add that. And then you can either add for fats, if you have fats to finish off, coconut oil or pecans or peanut butter has a little bit of everything, but you could make a smoothie with peanut butter and it makes it taste yummy. This also follows the protein plus carb plus fat plus veggie, right? So you could also add in some spinach or some frozen cauliflower rice in order to add a veggie to your smoothie. Tip number 5 is to plan your day out the night before. Don't be on your phone all day trying to figure it out. Do it the night before. It takes time, especially the first time you do it. It took me like 45 minutes to figure out how to balance my budget for my macros the first time that I did it. gets faster and faster. It's not going to be 45 minutes forever. Now it takes me 2 minutes. Plan out your whole day, then you will be certain to hit your macros. You will not accidentally stumble into hitting your macros. That won't happen. That's why planning is so key. And that's why we recommend doing it the night before. Think of MyFitnessPal as a planner, not as a tracker. So you're going to plan your food in it, not track what you've already eaten. That way you're not putting anything in your mouth unless you have already planned it and it fits your macros, and you're going to be able to hit your macros with it. And now I will show you how this looks like in action in MyFitnessPal. Here we are in MyFitnessPal. These are my macros: 165 protein, 235 carbs, 89 fat. To start logging our day, first we will add in our non-negotiables. What do you regularly eat each day that you know you need to plan for? This can be your morning coffee with creamer, your favorite protein bar, your post-workout shake, your snack size Reese's after dinner, whatever you know for certain you want to fit into your day. I have an RX bar every morning with my greens drink and vitamins. My greens drink has greens powder, collagen, and Zip Fizz. I have this setting on MyFitnessPal where I can swipe right to copy my meal over from yesterday. See how it says add yesterday's greens? So I'm just going to swipe, and that adds my greens. This is my only non-negotiable really for the day. But let's say I really want to have a donuts in the park morning with my kids. In that case, maybe a non-negotiable is a donut for me today. So I would add that in as well. And then I have my non-negotiables into MyFitnessPal. Next, we add in our meals, focusing especially on hitting our protein first. So let's say for breakfast, we decide to make the Stay Fit Mom breakfast burritos. These are only 18 protein, so I'm actually going to have 2 for myself to get me into the 30 to 40 protein range. That's where I like my protein to be for each meal. Then for lunch, we'll do the Stay Fit Mom Sloppy Joes. And I'm going to have that with my favorite bread, Nature's Own 100% whole wheat bread, and with a slice of cheese. That brings me to 38 protein, which again is in that 30 to 40 range where I tend to like my protein to sit in a meal. Then for dinner, let's build a balanced meal of protein, carb, and fat. So we'll do New York steak, which has protein and fat. Then we'll do a baked potato for carbs. Then we'll do sheet pan veggies for veggies. We still haven't reached our protein goals, so now we'll add in snacks to help us get there. My favorite snacks for a protein boost are Oikos Triple Zero Yogurt and a Fit Crunch bar. So that gets me in range for my macros. My carbs are within 5. They're -4, which is fine. My fats are within 2, and my protein is within 5. Now I've lowered my macros in order to give you an idea of how you could meet these numbers by using just about the same foods. This is a significant decrease in fat from my normal macros, so some things might have to give. I'm not sure I will be able to keep the chocolate sea salt RX bar. I've got to get rid of fat. That's going to be the hardest one to get rid of. We'll start by bringing me down to 1 breakfast burrito. Then we're going to have to decide. Either I get rid of the cake donut, or I need to switch my New York steak to chicken, some kind of chicken, like chicken thigh or chicken breast. I want to have that donut, so I'm going to change my New York steak to chicken breast. I always have the rotisserie chicken breast meat from Costco, frozen, on hand for when I need just protein. Now my fats are in range, but I need to get my protein and carbs in range. So I'm going to decrease the amount of potato. And then I'm going to decrease the amount of chicken. I still have quite a bit. I'm going to just get rid of the yogurt, and that gets me in range. Carbs are within 5, fats are within 2, protein is within 5. So that's how I could switch it up in order to hit the 1800 calories, but I still did the same foods I like to eat. I just had to switch the quantities in order to get all my protein, carbs, and fats in range where I want them. Now it's your turn to plan your meals and play some macro Tetris on MyFitnessPal. If you get stuck, post in the group and tag your coach. We're here to help.